are not as present as they would like to be. But if you're a real daddy, then you would find ways, some way, somehow, to be present in your child's life. And that's what we sought to do. We had a lot of people coming at us, but I said to myself that, look, this year, we're not interested in the irresponsible fathers. If you are you're an irresponsible father, you are in your own league. You might want to find all your mates and also run your own campaign to continue being irresponsible. We don't care about you. We'd rather use the airwaves, would rather use our time to promote the fathers who are present, who are doing amazing, and celebrate them. And so that is what the Real Daddy Code sought to do. And today we're going to have experiences shared about being a father here with us in the studio. We will surely activate the phone line and hear you as well. And your messages can come through also on 055-1111-997. But just by way of, encouraging you this morning, I came across this morning and I liked it. I shared it on my Facebook wall. It says that the irony is that we attempt to disown our difficult stories to appear more whole or more acceptable. But our wholeness, even our wholeheartedness, actually depends on the integration of all of our experiences, including the falls. And so, if you intend to quickly erase your past or tell yourself that, oh, that didn't exist, you're just lying to yourself. In as much as you might not want that to hold you down or frustrate you, you should know that it is part of the whole story. So you better accept this was you, integrate it, and move on, live a better life. Pick the lessons from the falls, pick the lessons from the past, pick yourself up, and onward you go. So your past is part of your story. You don't want to try to erase it or make it look like it doesn't exist just so you want to, please somebody. Same way if you're a father, right? And you weren't doing right before. It's time to tell yourself that, okay, those days are gone. Whichever way I can't be present in my child's life and be a daddy to my child, I would be. And you will be accepted into the fold of real daddies. So welcome to Home Affairs here on Joy 99.7 FM. My guest this morning, Famous Atichogwe. Famous, I miss you.
Yeah, I miss you too. It's good to be back here,
Famous is a communications and media strategist. And then I have my Leslie, I haven't seen you in ages. Leslie Afangwahe is a father and a banker. Good morning and welcome to both of you.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good
Great.
morning.
We're still expecting my colleague, Kweku Usupipa. I don't even know why Kweku is late. Kweku, I'm letting the whole world know that you're late in coming on my show for the very first time, but we're still expecting you. Kweku has some very interesting and wonderful stories about fatherhood. He actually said that fatherhood is a movement and we're changing the status quo.
Yeah.
But you guys, welcome. Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How are you? Let me ask.
In terms of?
Oh, how are you? Your well-being?
Oh, by grace.
Everybody's doing well.
Sure we are.
Great.
I'm good.
And how are the children?
Children are fine.
Children are fine.
Great. How long have you been in at service? in the fatherhood service?
Well, I'll put it about 24 years.
Oh my
wow.
world.
24.
Yeah.
I feel like
And
a
Famous,
baby.
how about you?
6 years.
6 years. That's a lot, right?
Compared to 24, it's nothing.
But you still have done well.
We've tried.
Okay,
We
so
are counting from 0. We'll have 6 more before we get to 24. So.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start from the 6 and then we'll climb up. How has it been, Famous?
For me, it's been a very humbling experience, I must say. I would say it's a call to duty where you have a task to bring life, to provide direction, and to provide protection. And it has sobered me in many ways. It's made me sober, yet made me very aggressive. Sober in how I perceive life, sober in how I understand certain things around me. It's made me more patient, but it's made me aggressive in terms of my finances because I realized that no one is going to do it for you. You need to provide for the children. You need to be ready at all times because kids are very spontaneous. They come at you when you least expect. And it's not a good feeling knowing that you're not able to meet their demands just when it happens. So for me, it has its own ups and down moments, but in all, it's a challenge worth experiencing.
And through and through and through, you will have to be there and responsible for them. So I can
Exactly.
understand the aggression it comes with in terms of your finances.
Exactly.
But tell me, the first time you learned that you were going to become a father, how did you feel? Were you planning for it though?
Yes, I was planning for it because for
Okay.
me, growing up, there were those who thought probably I was going to have kids scattered and all of that. And I came from a polygamous home, and I said to myself, to polygamy, I shall not return. So I decided that I wanted to be the father that I wish to be because I planned it. It was when I got married that I had a child. I didn't have a child outside wedlock. So I looked forward towards it. I was hoping to get a girl, and I did get a girl. So just when I knew that my wife was pregnant with a girl, it was so exciting. I just couldn't wait to hold her in my arms. And it was a very sober moment when she came. And like I said, it brings you to your knees somehow, literally. It makes you realize that there's something worth living for. You need to live right so that you can take care of them, because you see this fragile soul in your arms, and you know that it is a responsibility that
Your
God
responsibility.
has given to you. And you have no choice but to make sure that life grows and is given proper direction. It's a biblical responsibility. It's enshrined in the Bible. I think Proverbs. Oh, sorry, that's a Proverbs. I'll come back to that. 22 verse 6. Like, train a child the way he should go, and so that when he or she grows, he shall not
Don't
depart.
depart from it.
So it is, yes. Proverbs 22 verse 6 is it? Yes. So it is clearly stated there. It's a biblical obligation that a man is supposed to take care of his child. So it's part of the whole transitioning process from being a boy to being a man. Because, typically in Ghana, they would say, oh, what about that? What's your diapers that? What's your school fees that? So all of these things tells you that if you call yourself a real man, it is when you have the challenges or the responsibility of fatherhood. That is when you get to know that, yes, you have arrived. And it is not as scary as sometimes people make it seem. It is something that people should learn to embrace. But you must be ready for it.
But from what you're saying, what it is that whatever they become, whatever they don't become, they are looking up to you
Definitely.
to realize their dreams in life.
Definitely.
If they succeed, until they become adults on their own,
And you hand
whether
them
they
over.
succeed or not, whether they have life or not, whether they eat or not, whatever it is that they will need, it has to come from you.
Exactly.
You see why? So I see why it is very easy, or some men would rather choose the path of irresponsibility, because then that one
I don't know how such men live with their conscience, honestly. I really don't understand. Sometimes I speak to people who tell me, oh, they've got children, and I ask them, when was the last time
They haven't
you
seen
spoke
them
or
in
you saw
ages.
your child? I said, oh, it's been about a year. And I ask, are you able to sleep knowing that you haven't seen your child, whether your child has eaten, whether she's alive, whether she's well? And I simply can't understand how some young men can live with their conscience knowing that you've not seen your child. You understand? It was a very difficult task for me when I had to leave here just 3 months to go and pursue academic laurels and come back. It was very, very difficult. Every day of my life, or everything I had to do out there, I always said, live right, do right, because you have a child that looks up to you. Because if you mess up, you've messed up your home.
Great.
You understand? And that alone kept me in check.
Beautiful. Leslie,
Hi.
24 years.
Yeah.
That's a very long time ago.
You
How
don't
old
look
is
it.
the youngest right now?
Turning 5 in October 18th.
Okay, so he's still very much, at work.
Yeah. So yes.
You're not done.
And
What did you say, Famous?
I'm asking if it's done.
no, your question was you're not done. Well, we are done. We
You're
are
done,
done.
right? Oh.
It's a very tough race,
Yeah.
And I must say that I see fatherhood as a calling. You need to have yourself in it because you must leave it. I see from the direction I'm coming from. You see, we have always looked up to our fathers. And sometimes when I come into contact with people that, quote unquote, I call irresponsible because they are not playing their roles, I not always blame them because they sometimes did not get the opportunity to experience that, and therefore, like the Bible say, train up a child the way they go, and when they grow they don't depart from it. They don't have any training in that direction, and some leave it accordingly. But that is not an excuse, you know.
No, it's not.
Fatherhood is a very beautiful thing, comes with a lot of sacrifice, and that's how I see it.
Yeah.
And once you get to know that is the direction, that is the way it should go, you leave it, and it's always like that. If I'm putting myself in the shoes, and that the last I spoke about, who is just 5 years old, is my tale. That's how he's called at home. Wherever I find myself as a now in the house, he's there. I was doing our laundries last night, and this little boy will be sitting in front of the washing machine. Daddy, the thing is turning around, Daddy's stopping. Why is it stopping? You know, I need to answer all these questions till, and you know, until the last bit where I say, Jay, can I have your tablet? It's time for us to sleep. That was around 1 a.m. Yes.
They
That
don't
was
sleep. We
around
don't
1
sleep.
a.m.
Yeah.
He won't sleep. Once he's there, but still, he's on because Daddy's not sleeping. So I see it as a calling that you must leave it.
Yeah.
And we are leaving it. So anything you see with what you mentioned earlier on how I relate with my kids is because I'm leaving it. And it's also because of what I was taught by my father. And you know, talking about Father's Day or fatherhood today brings me very emotional feelings because I just lost my dad on the 3rd of June.
That was my
That's very
birthday.
Yeah.
I'm
so
so sorry
so
to
I'm in
hear
a
that.
state of
Condolences to you.
thank you, my brother. So talking about fatherhood, I have always looked up to him. He taught us a lot of things, and you know, growing up with my father, there's always rings a bell, and wherever I get the opportunity, I tell everybody that my father taught me 3 things, told me 3 things all the time, and he said, in this life, if you want to be successful, there are 3 things you must note and deal with. 1, you must be hardworking. And that's why my brother here has been working hard looking at his finances because that he knows that he needs to
I
meet
like
some
the way he put it.
responsibilities.
He has become more aggressive.
Aggressive, yes.
In terms of his finances.
Sober and aggressive.
Yeah, so 1, you must be hardworking. 2, you must be honest.
Okay.
So my father says you must be hardworking,
You
must be honest, and you must be simple.
Okay.
So he calls it simplicity, honesty, and hard work. Hard work because you need to work hard to make sure you put food on the table.
Yeah.
You fend for the kids you bring into this world, and to leave them through childhood, adulthood till they are there, and you leave them. And you must be honest because what you do is what they do.
Yeah.
The children are learning informally more than what we are having in school. There's too much to learn in the house. The way you talk to each other is what they are learning.
Exactly.
How you eat, how you behave is what you do. So you must leave it in a way that they will see it as the norm. You know, and thirdly, which is what
I'm very interested in that one. Be simple. Say.
Please be simple. You see,
Make you know shut up.
life, no. You see,
He didn't learn that.
life, you know,
You're not looking simple.
life is a journey, okay? And for you to be able to sail through all windows of life, you should be in the position to adjust to every situation.
Oh.
Okay? Now, when you are a father, you must have a certain kind of lifestyle where your children walk to you any day, any time.
Okay.
Now, let's move it from fatherhood to the real life situation. If you are in this world, Edem, you work here. I know how long you've been working in Joy FM. But then if you have a life where, or you live a life where people are able to approach you, if you are very approachable, you get people walking to you with all sorts of issues sometimes will blow your mind. You don't even expect, but then they have a certain ability and feelings to come close to you anytime they have those challenges. Now, imagine you are not simple. You have a very straight face, straight life. You fortunately you've gone through academics, you're a big man somewhere, and all you look at is
The laurels.
a very straight face. You are not open for conversation. People find it you are not approachable.
Great.
And when that happens, you notice your lifestyle becomes a life that satisfies just a few people. The people who are close to your level, they are the people finding it easy or who have the ability to walk to you. But the people who see themselves a bit lower than who you are will never be able to approach
Great.
you when the time comes.
I'm glad I wanted you to explain the simplicity. So we can say that you're talking about being simple here means that you have to be approachable.
Very.
You have to be somebody, from what you're saying, then you have to be somebody who is able to impact to others.
Exactly.
Right? And you have to be able to adapt to situations. Great.
And not live a kind of life that is artificial.
Beautiful.
Okay, if what you have in your pocket means that cassava and contombre grounded in apotoyua is what will be good for you, that's what you should do, and not to be looking at what others are doing. And that's simplicity.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So if you're just joining us, this is Home Affairs. We're live on Joy FM and also on Joy Prime Television. We're just celebrating fathers. We say that this year our focus, look, we're tired of having the forgiveness conversations. Every time it's Father's Day, for some years ago, we'll have conversations of, we're asking children to forgive their fathers, forgive your father. They haven't been there. In fact, if you don't want to be there for your children, it is your own wahala. We don't want to care about you anymore. There are lots of fathers who are doing amazing stuff when it comes to fatherhood, and we have chosen to celebrate them, to run a campaign, open campaign, asking that join the train of responsible fathers whose code is Be Daddy, Be Present. And we have been running that campaign on Joy FM for the past 2 weeks. It's been amazing. And this morning, if you were invited, then you know that we're having a conversation with the real Big Daddy himself, Dr. Daniel Macaulay. And he's a father of 10.
Wow.
And so I wonder what the experience we did that he will be able to share.
Edem, you know his response so far.
So far, right?
We are not done yet.
Oh yeah, the last time we met him, he said that he was looking to having two more.
Wow.
And so he is a modern father of
wonder
10,
how
and you
people
should
deal with
wonder
that.
how he juggles fatherhood
Yeah.
with all the businesses he is running. And we'll be having that conversation with him. Don't worry, we said that it was strictly by invitation. But tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we will share that conversation with you here on Joy FM, and it will be on Joy Prime at 4 p.m. So you want to catch it. Home Affairs is brought to you by Amasha Partners Limited and Eye Care, Kale Charcoal Toothpaste for white teeth and fresh breath all day long. This is another quality product from Samara Company Limited. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste, happy smile, and Music Haven, your musical coach. Now, for all your eye care challenges, look no further. Amasha Partners Limited and Eye Care has it all. Your eyes deserve the best care and quality designer eyeglasses. Amasha Partners and Eye Care undertake the following services: supply of designer frames, sight testing, supply of lenses, sunglasses, contact lenses, ophthalmologist in attendance, and general treatment. Locate them at La Opsa Trade Fair, Spinters, adjacent ICGC, Community 18 Junction, McCarthy Hill. They are opposite Benjay Lodge, North Kaneshi, Swan Lake, opposite Greenhand Junction. Achimota, you can find them in the Dainswa Plaza. When you go to Takrade, they are on the Axim Road, opposite CBG Bank Ho, Housing Junction, Kumasi Airport Roundabout, Kolebu, opposite ECG, and Koforidua Central Hospital Road. And when you go to Tema Community 1, they are inside the Meridian Plaza. Numbers to call 0302-939850 and 0302-778827. You can follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And did you know that playing any musical instrument or singing activates the brain in ways no other human activity can? It's called the Total Brain Workout. For the growing mind, music learning is an invaluable input to the brain development. It is enjoyable, it instills discipline, and develops the mind. At Music Haven, we teach all the musical instruments. Talk about the piano, the organ, the violin, the guitar, saxophone, trumpet, and we teach both adults and children. Parents, why don't you enroll your children at Music Haven for a great musical experience? Open from Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 10 a.m. through to 3 p.m. You can find Music Haven on Mensa Saba Road near the Malamata Market next to Teledata. Numbers to call 0244-356173 and 055-255-8398. We look forward to having your children in Music Haven. Make your children heroes among their peers. Music Haven, your musical coach. Now let me come to you, Kweku Owusu-Pepra. Good to have you.
Good morning, my sister.
Kweku says fatherhood is a movement, and
Stronger
you
than
better
apartheid.
you better join that movement. Very soon we'll activate our phone lines on 0302216541. You might want to share your stories with us as well, or you want to wish your father, a father figure in your life, happy Father's Day. We are happy. Please don't call and tell me how your father wasn't present. We will take you off the line. We don't want to pay attention to those fathers. In fact, they should carry their shame and be walking about. So
That's
call
all.
me, tell me how present you are in your child's life. If you have father figures in your life you want to extend, some gratitude to, you can use our platform to do it. But we don't want to forgive any father this morning. Quick.
Yeah, that's right.
You agree with me, right?
Perfectly.
Yes, because you guys are doing amazing jobs.
There
and
are
we don't see
more
why
people doing the good
than
than the few
bad.
doing the bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For us to be focusing on
Sure.
the bad.
Just ain't gonna notice.
So Kweku, how has it been like for you? How many children do you
3.
have? And how many years have you been at service?
12.
Oh
this
wow.
Hey.
Wow.
So
Boy, it's too much, oh.
I'm almost half of my brother Leslie's.
Hey, but before you
term
come
of
in, let me
service.
send shout outs to Mr. Edem Knight-Tay.
Oh my God.
He has been in service for almost 16 years.
Oh.
Yeah. Just have our first daughter finish her IG, so you have to know. He tells himself that these children are growing. It means I'm also growing. Me, I don't want to grow.
Yeah.
Somebody, you will grow someday. Elias, happy Father's Day to you. You're wonderful, Daddy. Yes, Kweku, how has it been?
It's been
Would
good.
you do it over and over and over again?
With the same woman a million times.
I like that.
With the same woman a million times. And I say that if I had the opportunity to incarnate, reincarnate.
You will put it on replay.
Oh yeah. I will live this life again
Same way.
and again
I'm sure she's
and
watching.
again with the same
Oh dear.
woman. Reason is this. You see, God doesn't. I was just taking an account of life last night. I think that's why I overslept. And I realized that God hasn't really answered any of my prayer.
Oh.
In none of them.
Hey, sir.
Why do I say that? If I asked for A, He gave me B and C.
He gives you A, B, and C.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I ask for anything, you see, the scripture says, over and above what you can think or imagine. I asked for a wife. She gave
you an
me
angel.
a superwoman. I asked for children who are brighter than I am,
And more
smarter than I am.
Cuter.
Yes, not a refined, improved version of myself, updated version.
The V20 version of yourself.
See,
Lexus says Kweku also be Pro Max.
That's
you
right.
see? And he's and I think I'm smarter than 10 men. You
Put
see?
together.
To put together.
Beautiful.
But he's giving me kids that are super brilliant.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
imagine caring for something that is a better version of you.
Yay.
That is another unique definition of fatherhood.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
You
You
learn
are
from
caring for something that you are so unqualified to
take care
to
of.
take care of, to improve.
Mm.
You are
That's
nurturing something that comes out of you, but is superior than you.
So it's a privilege.
So it is, yes, it is a rare honor. And when you mentioned Macaulay's Legion and
Famous.
famous acts, so I wonder how people deal with that. He whispered that, and I heard him. That the response.
No, he said he wondered how people dealt with being irresponsible.
No,
dealing with
having large-
So many children.
numbers.
Oh,
The answer is
you
very
were
simple.
talking about that
The
one.
answer is very simple. Fatherhood is, I mean, the fatherhood that we have here on earth is like the the fatherhood that we have as humanity, and if for a Christian, God. Do you understand? God is a father
Yes.
to all of
of
us.
Yeah, that's true.
But because we come out of him, his eyes are far reaching, his love is enduring, the boundaries of his care are everlasting.
Limitless.
So that's why you sing in Sunday school that so high you can't get over it, so round you can't get around it.
I never
Yes.
learned that in Sunday school.
So we are able to be fathers to as many as the Lord blesses us with,
That's true.
because we are a replica of
Preach
divinity.
on, brother.
Yes.
We are. It's a movement.
That's right. It's an
Because you
appetite.
see, you are when you have a child, you asked a question when you started. How did it feel when you knew that you were going to be a father? Look,
Yeah.
and I will attempt to generalize this and say that for every man whose wife or whose woman tells him that I am pregnant, your heart skips a beat.
Yeah. True.
Before you get
In
happy,
excitement or
it is both.
Mixed feelings.
It depends on which situation it is.
Yeah.
Because deep within the inner recesses of your being,
Ish.
something activates responsibility,
Pa-
Yeah.
care, another level,
Another struggle.
another struggle,
Oh dear.
another being to protect and to care for.
Yeah.
Look, when that happens, I went to the hospital, they said I am pregnant, sir. Before you now say, oh, we thank God.
Sometimes it's even how they break the news to you.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, this whole movement is for you to step out of yourself and beat your own record every day. Tell you what I did this morning. Before I stormed out, I saw this boy playing Batman on PS4, PS5, whatever. He was playing it. That means
That's your son.
Yes.
Okay.
He woke up like at 4:30 or 5
Can you
o'clock,
imagine?
and he's been
Yeah.
sitting in the living room and playing that thing. The first thing I heard his mother say to him that, look, stop that thing. Every time you play this thing, you don't sleep on Saturday morning. I went in. Look, young man, don't repeat this ever in this house again.
Hey.
Authority.
The day you do so again, I will unpack all of these things, and I deny you that for as long as you can afford to buy your own.
How so?
Because Saturday mornings you are supposed to wake up, sleep, and have your 8 hours of sleep. When you wake up in normal time, you can do whatsoever you want to do, play that same game. But I've seen a certain trend, and Madame has been
Dancing around it.
crowing it and dealing with it, so that
Leave people should leave us alone
you see, the approach must be different
when it comes to daddy.
when it comes to daddy.
Obvious.
Yeah.
Because when we leave it always to you, things get some way. And that is why the women who try to be single mothers, who try caring for children on their own, they do so well. But fatherhood, even for fathers who have children who have problems,
As in challenges.
as in challenges like developmental growth challenges,
Autism and all that.
autism,
Yeah. Down syndrome.
Down syndrome,
Cerebral
it's
palsy.
even more unique.
That's true.
It is the weakness, it is a very weakening part of it for many men. That's why they flee. The women don't do it because they are stronger. Very much so sometimes it's because they've got you can't, few of them have the courage to drop the child somewhere and run. But when it is left for you to do, you do. The men that stay with the wives or the women who have those children, you find out that they become the shield for those children and develop them to become very unique people. And very often our stories don't get told.
Yeah.
Like you were praising your husband a few minutes ago. Good men need good PR.
That's the point.
They
Good
did
men
what?
need
Good PR.
And who are
Good
these
PR.
girls? Their wives.
You,
Yes.
Yeah.
the women must preach
You must eulogize us.
the gospel of truth
To the children.
to the children
And to the world.
and to the
Yeah.
in-laws.
Oh yeah.
You see, because you may do you might do the million and one thing, and sometimes I don't often have the time to go to places with my children, but my wife does. And every time they do that, and I check my pocket, I see
The
some
pocket becomes
300.
leaner.
And when you go home and you hang your trouser in the wardrobe or anywhere, you will see in the next morning that some virtue has left you. Something.
There's a change.
Yes, there's a change in your life. That is what takes those children out.
Yeah.
That is what brings them those toys and the swimming pool and all of those things. Now, if you don't have a wife who would now some days call a
Tell
press
the
conference and tell
children.
the children that, look, all the things you have in this house, including me,
We are daddy's responsibility.
we are daddy's
Yeah.
responsibility. We are the sheep in his in his vineyard. Because you see, that's why I liken it to divinity and God. The earth is the Lord, and the fullness of it thereof. The home is the man's, and the fullness of it thereof. After all, it is you who brings the woman into that house and creates that home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is why God brought Adam first and told him to till the land,
Yes.
made the place comfortable. That's why fatherhood is not for boys,
It's for
Man.
it's for men.
Great.
So if you, I'm sorry if you're a woman and you found a boy to have a child with.
Obregu.
The women are very calculated, though.
Sometimes
you,
they find
yeah.
boys to have children with, and it becomes problems. But when we build that home, and in ending, I would say, tell our stories for us. That is
Thank
why, that is one strong thing we need in this movement.
Yes.
Because the stories about fathers is not nice. Because the women are the ones giving the thing to the children directly,
Exactly.
the child presumes
That it's all from
that is
mommy.
all from
From
mommy.
mommy.
And
I
you
can
hear
understand.
more of mommy,
Than daddy.
mommy in the house. When it comes critical, then they call daddy.
Because
It
you
hurts
see,
sometimes, you
the
know.
children, so they relish the moments that they are spending with their mummies. For instance, in homes where the man is the one who pays the fees, you know, a lot of children like that. A lot of children don't. It's not like they don't want to go to school, but the whole school thing stresses them. But daddy will pay fees and insist that you have to go
Yeah,
to
you
school.
have to go.
Okay, so going to the school, mommy is the one who probably will make it nicer. The meals, the snacks, and all of those things. So that makes going to school more beautiful. And so the children relish the moments they spend with their mothers, because a lot of the fathers, we agree, don't have a lot of time to spend. So I agree with you that it's important that we rope the fathers in, do the PR for them, and let the children understand that, look, in as much as I am the one who is here doing all of this, yes, it is, I mean, daddy is
Part
here
of the
because
partnership
he did A,
agreement.
B, C, D as well. So that sometimes when they go back home, you go back to go and say, hey, daddy, we did A, B, we went here, yeah, but thank you very much because mommy told us that this and this and this. I think it's only fair
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
you
it's
know,
only fair.
we don't take all the praises for ourselves, especially so if daddy is doing so much. And I think it was both
Especially also
Leslie-
for the women whose men are outside. I mean, completely out for some complicated reasons.
which one, the men?
Yes.
Work related.
And the men still send into those homes what ought to be sent. And those stories also
And then
abound.
ought to be
Yeah.
told.
Yeah.
You know, when you talked about honesty, and I think Famous also made a point I've forgotten. and saying that the children, they see you're doing a lot of things, but there's a song that says that how can you ask a child to be honest and true when that child knows what is right by what they see in you? So you may be telling them, don't do this, like who will be telling the son, don't wake up at dawn and play this. But maybe the child wakes up some other dawn and sees you doing it.
Hard on his laptop.
You know, I hosted teenage boys here, and the guy, one of the boys told me that, Edem, we want to tell our fathers that we hear what they say, but we are watching them. So it's important it's important that we watch what our children, what we are doing, because our children are watching us. We're taking a short break. We will be right back. Home Affairs, we're live on Joy Prime Television and on Joy 99.7 FM. This morning, all we are doing is saying, are you cool to fathers out there? If you're a father out there, come and take your stone. I go to you. We're telling the stories of fathers, and we should be doing this quite often. I don't think we should wait once in a year before we let fathers tell their stories. It's important to have a father in your life, and so we will be telling the fatherhood stories, especially so for the young ones who are coming up. You should know that it's a task, you know. It doesn't end with you know, you doing what you have to do and getting a woman pregnant. That's not what it ends with. That's actually, that I think that is the only enjoyable part of it.
No, I disagree.
So
hold on, let me explain. In the sense that every other thing you do comes with a lot of task, it's tasking.
Okay.
And you have to be tactful about it, you have to be thoughtful about it. But that moment, it's like, you know, a fleeting moment of pleasure where you can go in full abandon and do what you have to do without thinking about tomorrow. But from then on, once you know the bell rings and you are told that the pleasure we had is coming with a baby, it comes with a lot of responsibility. Leslie, I'm telling you, even when you're holding your baby in your arms and you're excited and you're happy and you're looking at the baby, you know, the next moment you have to buy SMA, you have to buy diapers, you have to buy some. All the moments you relish comes with a lot of responsibility.
But you know what, Edem? Once you desire to do it,
you will do it.
Oh yeah.
There's a certain joy when you are able to achieve it.
That's
exactly.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
When I see my kids and they're faring well, even if I just paid the school fees, paying the school fees was painful, but the joy in seeing them achieve what you want them to do
definitely
tends to erase all the pain you are looking at.
It's just like for us women, right?
Yeah, when you
the moment you pop,
yeah, it's like you even be willing to go for the next one.
I tell you, you know, and I again would want to say congratulations to, you know, Elliot, because he's a father of a twin, and you can imagine when we had the twins, he said, this is so frustrating.
Wow.
It is.
Because we were running shifts and taking care of them.
Yeah.
So you sleep a little bit and then you wake him up. You also go and take care of the baby.
Exactly.
My sister came in to help, and we were running shifts like that. It's not easy.
No,
I mean, it's a friend of mine who will tell you it's just easy to decide that you don't want to be responsible, and you get away with a lot of things.
But you can't choose to be that insensitive.
You know,
For me,
you get away with a lot of things. But look, congratulations to you, and you should be drumming this a bit more into everybody else. Especially for me, the focus is on the ones who are coming. The ones who are seriously dating, wanting to get married and have children. I know people who have raised their children without house helps, without support from family. It's just husband, wife, and their children, and they juggle so well. Fathers are going antenatal, you know, they're going for antenatal care, they're going mother care shopping, they are the ones taking the children to the hospital, to the playground, and all that.
And you must be right there in the theater when the child comes out. For me, I was there twice.
I have been
Yeah.
there thrice.
Not everybody can stand it all.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been
I
there
know, I know
twice.
some fathers have
Collapsed.
gone there and collapsed.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
for
yeah.
me, for both my children, I held them in my hands from day one.
Okay.
Changed their diapers, did the shift. Wait, even now I'm still doing the shift. I close from work. I've been up since 3 a.m. I haven't slept
Wow.
because he has a cold, and you just can't afford to
Yay.
watch, him struggle or the mom struggle. So you have to be up, even if you're doing nothing. Sit there and watch. Offer to support, but don't turn around and sleep. It's a bit insensitive.
sensitive.
You understand? And these are very frustrating moments for women, especially after her childbirth. You know, all this postpartum depression thing that sets in. So when you step out briefly, they are complaining. "Why could you, my woman, yeah?" So even if you're not available during the weekends, make an effort to stay home. Offer to help. Change the diapers. If you don't know how to do it, you must learn how to do it. From day one, I haven't bathed him, no, but at least I feed him, I change his diapers, I play with him. If he's not sleeping, I'm not sleeping. So I close from work, get home, and I don't sleep at night. So I get home, I get back to work in the mornings, very tired. But I realize it is worth it. So at least the mom can also have a break.
Great. 0302216541. We'll take a few of your phone calls and then we'll do some of your messages before we go. But GCB Bank PLC announces for the information of customers and the public that there will be system upgrade from 10 p.m. of Friday through to 17th to 19th June 2022. Due to this, all the bank's digital channels, ATMs, mobile banking, internet banking, mobile app, and others will not be available for the period. You will be notified once we restore the service on the digital channels. We apologize for the inconvenience this may cause, and this is from GCB, your bank for life. And we have been running the Real Daddy Code promotions. We have some amazing people on board supporting us. So, for instance, the role of fathers and the for the Avenue Boutique, they are telling us that the role of fathers and father figures is of immense importance. This Father's Day, 19th June. Honor that man in your life at the luxurious The Avenue Boutique Hotel. Special 2-part Father's Day event. The first event is the Father's Day buffet lunch, which starts from 1 p.m. through to 5 p.m. and it's just 300 cedis per head. And then the second event is from 7 p.m. till late. The men's club featuring DJ Risky, cigars and tasting with whiskey, Django beer, mixed grills, etc. Table reservations from 2,500. Limited slots available. You can call or WhatsApp 055-575-5961. Mummies, we need to come together and make this happen for the daddies. And Caveman Watches, they're saying that looking for quality and affordable time telling devices from watches to clocks, look no further. Caveman Ghana offers you the best timepieces. Reward your loyal customers or surprise that special someone with Caveman watches. Caveman also customizes to your design. You can visit their showroom at Adrinkano, plot 81, or their website at cavemanwatches.com. Number to call 057-6839-443. You can also follow them on social media at Caveman Watches. They're on all the platforms. Caveman Watches. Be remembered, Father's Day is just a few days away. It's actually just tomorrow, and you're already fretting over what to get your father or father figure for the celebration. You're saying to yourself, not another aftershave. Not to worry, GTP's got your back with the prestigious Dumas fabrics as the perfect gift for your father this year. Just pick from 6 distinct designs that are an embodiment of creative thoughtfulness that would appeal to and excite the man of many desires. Choose the new Dumas collection as a Father's Day gift, and I can assure you, you would be glad you did. You can even order conveniently by contacting 05099-40949. Number again is 05099-40949, and get a fitting Dumas piece delivered to your doorstep. So keep the Father's Day feeling flowing and order a Dumas fabric from GTP today. Trust me, you'll get a big hug from him. This is the Cosmopolitan by Eliza's. The Cosmopolitan is an upscale restaurant with a menu that caters to the eclectic taste of our clients. Relax with a delightful cocktail at our rooftop terrace and enjoy the panoramic view. Our garden lounge holds over 200 guests and it is a perfect space for all your events. We're located at Jolu, adjacent to the National Petroleum Commission. For reservations, numbers to call 050-656-7460 and 050-656-7461. And one more time, GCB Bank PLC announces for the information of customers and the public that there will be system upgrade from 10 p.m. on Friday through to Sunday, 19th June. So due to this, all the bank's digital channels, we're talking about ATMs, mobile banking, internet banking, mobile app, and others will not be available for the period. You will be notified once we restore the service on those digital channels. We apologize for the inconvenience. GCB, your bank for life. Do we have someone on the line? Good morning, please. Okay, hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. Good
How
morning.
are you?
I'm okay. How about you?
Great, I am doing well, thank you. Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great, please let's hear you.
Okay, so I think it's a good program, and like Kweku Paper also kept saying, I think you guys have to start telling the story as it is, so that the world will know that we are also doing well. In fact, especially the modern day fathers,
I agree with
we are
you.
doing better than it used to be. We are trying to change the status quo.
Thank you.
But what I want to say, or I'm not too happy about, is that, I mean, especially, I'm not happy about you, Edem.
Okay.
I am thinking, I mean, it's not belated discussing the kind of fathers we are, how, we are at this point in time. We should be planning the dinners, the trips to the Dubai, just like we used to do for the mothers. Why do we have to wait? Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday. Then they are asking us the kind of fathers we are and all that.
Oh.
With the promo, apart from that, this code, whatever it is, we nothing is happening. And seriously, I'm not happy with you.
But we didn't give trip to any mothers. The mothers, we only cooked for them here at our car park here. But the fathers, we're taking them for a breakfast meeting.
Wow, look. Anyway,
he still wants the chips.
Don't worry, point well noted. We will plan this very well next year. We just started the journey.
Okay.
We just started the journey. It's a movement, it's a campaign, and it's a start to stay.
I hear my wife wants to say a word or two.
Say again.
Hello, Edem.
Yes.
I want to, if you don't mind him, despite everything he's saying, he's a very loving husband, a very supportive one.
Great.
In fact, it doesn't make me feel like a wife who is burdened with everything, because you'd always ask, how can I help you? What can I do for you? And sometimes I don't even ask, he just does it. And so I want to use this opportunity to wish him a happy Father's Day and to tell him that I love him so much, and God bless him for all he has
get him a
done.
gift.
What's his name?
His name is Emmanuel Collins.
Emmanuel, you have a good PR manager.
and please get him a gift, not the boxer shorts and handkerchief. Get him a real gift. Get him a real gift to say thank you.
All right, happy Father's Day, congrats. This one, good morning.
We are tired of the
boxing.
Every child.
I never had the opportunity to be with my father, not because he didn't want to, but because my mom passed away at a very early stage of my life. I have two beautiful boys and I am 7 years as a father. My code is to be the best daddy and a best friend to my kids. I'm Kweku Asare Frimpong from Teshi. Good morning, Edem. Your second guest who spoke listed 2 of the 3 things he said his father taught me. He forgot to mention the 3. He mentioned all the 3. He talked about hard work, he talked about honesty, and he talked about simplicity. He forgot to mention the 3rd one. So I've just told you, if you wanted to take notes, please take them now. Hello, good morning. Hi, good morning, Samuel.
Hello, morning.
Good morning, how are you? Is that Jacob?
I'm fine.
Is that Jacob?
Yes,
okay,
yes,
Jacob, you're on there.
I'm Jacob. I'm calling from Tetrade.
Yes, Jacob, we can hear you. Please go on.
Yeah, I want to take this opportunity to say Happy Father's Day to my dad for the good job he has been doing for us. Because listen, my dad even sometimes don't allow my mom to work at all. Like even though we are kids, but we notice what our dad was doing. He sometimes even carries the pan, go and fetch water for mommy. And even what even makes me so happy is that whenever they are cooking meal, you will see like because my dad loves fufu, so you always find me fufu for the family, and like my mom will be with the soup, and my dad will be with the fufu. So at the moment the fufu is ready,
How
so
old are
it
you?
was ready.
How
And
old are
like
you?
will see, they will put everything in a big pan. We all come together.
And
We eat when we are done.
Great.
Like it is there that my mom is going to, my dad is going to joke my mom. We don't have to pan fufu. Like we all laughing, having fun. So I love my dad so much, and I wish I want to be like him.
Jacob,
Like, I want to learn from him.
Jacob, can you hear me?
He has all the opportunity
Yeah.
to learn from.
Jacob,
Hello.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, how old are you?
I'm now 17 years of age.
Beautiful,
Wow,
Jacob.
17.
You have everything it takes right now to be like a Pro Max version of your father, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
keep
mother.
learning from your father, keep admiring him, and be that father you desire to be, okay?
Yes, madam.
So happy Father's Day to your daddy.
Daddy, happy Father's Day. We
All
love
the
you
best,
so
Jacob. All the
much for the good job doing.
This is a very excited son.
Very.
Yeah.
You can
Very.
tell. And that's what we want to be hearing. I am very excited.
And you know what he said? Because my dad loves fufu, every day he will be pounding the
The
fufu
fufu.
while my mom is with the soup.
Yes, really finished learning.
Yeah.
Yes, of
That's
course.
what it has to be.
Message sent.
And this Father's Day celebrates the father, that hero. Nourish him with a basket of healthy platter from Tech Shelter. Call it a basket of honor and gifts of help. Send a father a fruit of basket from Tech Shelter before, during, and even after Father's Day. Healthy gift hampers from the greenhouse farming expert. Be it fruits and vegetable baskets. Numbers to call 055-2570-701 and 055-2570-704. And you can send emails to admin@techshelter.com or their website techshelter.com. And we have our final caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, so I'm sure you have messages you want to send out there to some fathers, some father figures in your life as well. We'll take them and then your final words. Then we can wrap up on the show. I'll start from you, Kweku. We have 30 seconds each.
Final words.
Your final words, and if you have some fathers you want to wish Happy Father's Day.
I mean, if I attempt, I will run into problems.
Yeah.
So for all the many men who have guided me in this life, I say thank you. I mean, before my father died, I didn't like him so much. I saw him just as another man. I loved him more when I wrote his tribute.
That's a missed opportunity.
Yeah. And there were days he would call me when I became an adult that I won't answer. But now I wish he would call me.
And that opportunity is gone.
But
Yeah.
he's gone.
Great.
So there are moments we can enjoy now. If you're a father who didn't take good care of you, and that's not to say my father didn't take, he was present, he was lovely, but he was hard in punishing. So if you have such, make a call today. And don't read a tribute before you internalize how super a
He
father you
was.
had.
Yeah.
Super. Famous.
I would say that for fathers out there, they must learn to speak and not talk, so that the children can also learn to listen and not just hear them. All I'm trying to say is that we must learn to communicate effectively as fathers. We must learn to build relationship with our children such that they see us as friends. They see us as people they can talk to, they can confide in, they can play with anytime. Let's not just be that strict figure who is a disciplinarian, who is just about paying the fees and not have an emotional contact or relationship with the kids. It's important that you bond with your children. It's good you do it now than to wait for them to grow. Because when they grow and they detach, you would feel it. It happened with my father, and I made that conscious effort to reach out to him because I realized that when he was in his vulnerable stages, he wanted his kids around him. Most of my siblings were not interested. But I made that conscious effort to say, look, I forgive you and I want to be close to you. And I said to myself, I don't want my children to do this to me when I am in that state.
Great.
So build it now with your children, that bond. Because when you do that, when they grow, they will not depart from you.
Great. And finally from you, Leslie.
Yeah, thank you. Because of time, we would want to appreciate all the father figures in my life. There are many of them, but because of time, we'll just wrap it up. But I must say that fatherhood has become a life that once you find yourself in that bracket, you must leave. Leave it in such a way that it becomes what it is. And like my colleague said here, is a movement now.
Yes.
Gone were the days where fathers will cross their legs after work, read their newspapers, and the mothers will do all the job.
With the homework.
All fathers, and I say to you, get on board. Let's do it together.
Let's change the
That's
narrative.
a better way for our kids to learn. And I bring that to mind.
Thank you very much for sharing your morning with us. And for all of you who contributed to our Real Daddy Code promotion or campaign, congratulations to you. Next year, it will be bigger. So you better start arming yourselves. And to all the father figures in our lives here at the Multimedia Group, from Kwesi Chum, Ken and Sir, all the, the GMs, everybody who is a father here, we say, are you cool to you? I mean, we look at all the work you do, those of you who play daddy to us, and the fathers who will come here, spend all the time here. You work so hard, you have to go home and still be able to make it at home. You're making sure you're juggling home and work. You know how, all the weird hours we work here. Are you cool to you? God continue to strengthen you. And for the father figures in my life, happy Father's Day. My brother has become my father, Pastor Sam K. Happy Father's Day to you. Reverend Steve Mensah, happy Father's Day to you. And to everybody, happy Father's Day to all of you. God bless you. Tomorrow, please, let's make them feel special. They say they don't want boxers and handkerchiefs.
You're tired.
And aftershave.
And
We want
aftershave.
iPhone 13 Pro Max.
Let's make them feel very special. Let's show them love the way they want to be loved. But enjoy the weekend. And tomorrow, make your father, the father figures in your lives, your husbands, make them excited. The men who say they don't want all the women who come up on Father's Day to say that because I am a single father, I also want to be celebrated on Father's Day. They say they don't want that. Stay. But happy Father's Day to all the wonderful fathers out there.
We are going
see you
to
next week.
the Eagles.
Bye-bye.
Remember your dreams that got chopped?
The dream queen size bed.
The dream sofa?
The dream cookware.
That's why Orca Deco has sliced, diced, and chopped prices in the Orca Deco Price Butcher promo so your dreams come true.
Shop at Ghana's biggest furniture store today to get up to 20% slash off the price of everything at Orca Deco. Woo!